Hi, welcome to Salomon Says, a division of Hebrew Wizards. I'm here to teach you everything that you need to know about being Jewish so that you too can become a wizard. Hi, I created this board just for you, the Torah board, Torah. 5 books of Moses in English and in Hebrew. Some of the key words. What does the wise wizard say? Some of the prayers that come from the Torah. Did you know? And a little bit background of what the Torah is all about. So the Torah was given on Mount Sinai by God to Moses and to the Jewish people, and actually to all people. The Torah was given in Mount Sinai so that the Torah doesn't belong to anyone specifically. It belongs to us. It's sort of like our blueprint of life. So let's start with the 5 books of Moses. We have Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Well, I think you really need to sit down and try to see if you can figure out a great way of learning how to know those 5 different words. The next one is Bereshit. So we have Bereshit in Hebrew, Shemot, Vayikra, Bemidbar, and Devarim. Those are in Hebrew. We have a great 5 Books of Moses song you can download from iTunes called The 5 Books of Moses under Time to Shine, one of our first CDs that we have out. So what happened in the book of Genesis? By taking a look at this, we know that it was all about creation, the Garden of Eden. We get Noah, Abraham and Sarah, our first matriarchs and patriarchs. And basically all of the matriarchs and patriarchs, all the way down to Joseph in Egypt, were in the book of Genesis. And next, Exodus comes to life, and Moses is the star of this story, and he leads the Jewish people out of Egypt. In this book of Exodus, we receive our 10 Commandments and our Torah, and we set up our portable tent, or a prayer area where we can pray anywhere we want. God follows us by a cloud by day and a fire by night, so the people know that God is there. Leviticus is all about our laws. Think of it as the Laws of Leviticus, where we have all of the burnt offerings, the grain offerings, the gift greetings, and sin offerings. And through those offerings, we try to live a more holy and respectful life to our neighbors. In Bamidbar, I really like this one because now we're figuring out the journey part of the 40 years. And Moses in this one sends 12 spies to enter Israel for the first time to see if Israel's really good enough. And the funny thing is that 10 spies convinced the Jewish people that Israel is not a good place because it was hard to imagine how you can conquer when people already existed in Israel. And only Caleb and Joshua were the 2 people out of those spies to be able to try to convince the people. What's interesting about this is that it takes 10 people to try to change a community, and that's where we kind of get our minyan. That's the 10 people that we get to pray with when we're having a prayer service. Deuteronomy is the last. It's always the saddest for me because the Jewish people are now given the choice. Are they going to follow the 10 Commandments and do what God says, and God will be there to protect them, or will they choose a different road? Well, it's really interesting that as Moses says goodbye to the Jewish people out on the mountain, and he waves to them and he sings a song, and it's the last song of Moses, and it's beautiful. And on Mount Nebo, just outside of Israel, Moses waves goodbye, and Joshua leads the people into Israel. That's the 5 books right there. in a nutshell. So let's look at some key words here. We have a mitzvah. A lot of people think that's a good deed, but it's actually a commandment. We're commanded to do good things and nice things for other people. The word aliyah means going up to the Torah, but it also means going up to the land of Israel. Going up, aliyah. When you have a bar or a bat mitzvah, it means son or daughter of the commandments. That's what a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah is. And when you hear the word Parshat HaShavua, that means what's the portion of the week? Well, what's interesting is that in the Torah, there are 613 commandments in the Torah. That's a lot of commandments to follow. So we try our best to do what we can. There are 54 portions in the Torah. So right now, if you were going to read the Torah, you would be looking at the Saturday. You would take a look, and in all of the world, every Saturday, everyone is chanting the same Torah portion. It kind of connects the Jewish people. The Torah's birthday is Simchas Torah. Don't forget that, just like we don't want to forget yours. And we celebrate that by reading the first portion and the last portion together. You first read the last on Simchas Torah, and then you begin the first. And that's how the Torah becomes a cycle, never ending, like a circle, always renewing and feeling that it's never over. It's a constant learning. On Shavuot is the day that we received the Torah, and so we celebrate that, and it usually happens sometime around June. Some of the prayers that we get from the Torah that you might recognize are the Shema, the Vahavta, the Micha Mocha, and the V'shamru. So I hope this gave you a little bit of an understanding of the Torah. Remember, if you're working on your Hebrew, you might want to see that this is Torah. Torah, which is our Torah. So, I would practice this board as much as you can. Rewind this video until you can be a Torah wizard. Thanks a lot, and see you next time. 'Cause I wanna be a wizard.